Hey there, friends. Nibs again. Out here at the range today, doing a little bit of goofing around. It is a very, very hot, muggy, humid, and sun's bearing right in my face. But we got to get out to the range and plink when we can. And I just picked this one up, and I wanted to get out and do a little bit of testing with it. Looked like a really cool gun to shoot. So it is not cocked or loaded or anything, but we have this little Stoeger X5, very small. Looked like somebody cut. Pretty sure that should have had a globe over the top of it. Got this one really, really cheap because it was not cocking, but I fixed that within half an hour of having it home. I had to take the rear sight off to get the scope to mount up. I didn't have anything smaller, but I think I didn't want to put anything smaller on there anyway. But we're going to go ahead and shoot this guy. So this is a 177. Like I said, it's the X5 model. I'm not sure how old this thing is or if it's still in production. All I know is I got it real cheap because it was broke. And now it's shooting. I'm shooting Meisterkuggens. We'll see how they do. They seem to be doing really good in my sighting in. If those don't do good, we'll try some JTSs. But we're just shooting 25 yards here today. Hopefully that sun beating down on my camera doesn't make it shut off downrange, because there's no way for me, because at the other range the sun's coming this direction and I can hang a piece of paper over the back of it and shield it and kind of keep the sun from beating down on it. But here can't really do that because it's coming from the front. All right, let's do a group. I didn't bring out my gong today. I did bring out some silhouettes, so we'll be able to do a little bit of plinking here tonight. Yeah, this thing would not cock, and there was a little piece of metal that's part of the trigger. There's a little tab that stuck back, and then there's 3 plates of metal that actually make up the sear, but the tab of metal somehow had worked its way up and wedged in between the 3 plates of the sear, so the sear would not come down and lock into the piston, the rear of the piston. All right, happy with that. Not a very powerful gun. I'm guessing maybe 500 to 600 feet per second. But you really don't need much when you're just plinking. All right, what am I doing here? Trying to stick the pellet in backwards. That's what I'm doing. Wow. This thing might give some of my high-end stuff a little run for their money. That glare in this scope is something from that sun being out in front of me. It's not the scope's fault. I like that. I'm just gonna, for the sake of doing it, I'm gonna try a group with the JTSs as well, just to see if they're good, better, worse, the same. That's a great little gun. The trigger's a little heavy. I have worked on these triggers a little bit, and the biggest thing to fix these triggers is there's a big, huge return spring in there, and you just gotta put a much lighter spring in that return spring. 12 o'clock. Seems like I got me a little Spitfire here. Wow. So what I worked out with the gun shop owner was he had that Daisy 1894. It's actually a Sears and Roebuck version of it, but I told him, well, that gun's probably worth about 50 bucks, working or not working. It's probably, in the condition it's in, it's probably worth about 50 bucks. We had a Remington Express. I was able to test that. It was shooting good. Needs to have the safety put back in it, but that one's working. So I told him that one's probably worth about 50 bucks. And I offered him 125 for all three of them, and he took it. So that means I paid 25 bucks for this rifle. That one went a little high, but the rest of them are all touching right there. That's pretty awesome. Let's see if we can knock some of them silhouettes around. This thing's nice and quiet. Yeah, trigger's a little heavy. I'll have to work on that, but doesn't seem to hurt the accuracy none. Just got my new Benjamin Marauder in the mail, and Pyramid sent me a brand new hat for free along with it. Oh, I think I just winged him. Let's try that turkey again. Maybe that's all I get. It was a pretty solid hit, but it just didn't do nothing. Didn't flip around or anything. All right, let's hit the pig. Oh, I saw that one go right over his back. I think we're going a little high with these JTS pellets. Maybe getting just a little bit better seal in the barrel. I don't know. Back to the pig again. Yeah, I think the chicken out, or the turkey I was just hitting right at top of his back too. Let me hit the I'm gonna do one more group with the Meisterkugels. Let's hit the ram. Yeah, see, when I hit them nice and square, I get a pretty good little tink out of them. All right, let's do one more group with the Meisterkugels, and maybe I'll see if I can run through the spinner rack with the Meisterkugels. Oh, boy, that sun. All right, let's go to 9 o'clock. There was already it wasn't, I don't believe it was a shot. It was just a scratch on the splatter burst. they get rolling around inside the truck and get scratched up a little bit. I am guessing this thing does favor these Meister Kugans just a little bit more. Pretty sweet little shooter though. I topped it off with one of my favorite combos for scopes. This is the Orc Air 3 to 9 by 40. And then this is that one-piece mount. I can't pronounce the name. It's if you search Amazon for one-piece scope mount, that'll be the cheapest one you find. They're like $13 or $16 or something like that. All right, let's run through this plate rack here, spinners. This one does have a, this gun has a little slot cut in the dovetail for your stop pin to rest in. Not that I'm really too worried about scope creep on this one. It's such a mild-mannered gun. At least it feels like it is anyway. It does not feel jumpy or twangy or anything like that. I call that pretty good accuracy though. That's really fun. So let's see, got 25 in the gun. Let's just say 16 for the mount. That's what, 41. These scopes run about 50 bucks. So everything sitting here was about 90 bucks. And I'm getting results like that from 7-grain wad cutters. That's pretty awesome. Did I hit the pig? I don't think I hit the pig. If we did, we get 2 patings out of the pig. All right, one more shot. Oh, yeah, maybe 2. Can't end on a miss. I don't know how I missed that one. There he is. I don't know what happened with that last one. Maybe I put the pellet in backwards or something. But anyway, there you go. Pretty cool stuff. The Stoeger X5. I'll have to do a little research and figure out when these were made. It looked like it had been sitting in that store for quite a while. It was covered with a bunch of dust. So, but this hat's pretty cool. It's camo on the front and flag on the back, all pyramid air inside. Pretty cool. I'm not much of a hat wearer, but I like it. I appreciate Pyramid sent that out to commemorate the 4th. And love getting out and doing my plinking. Hope you guys liked the video. Till next time, have a great day.